we're going to be making a wrapped mesh, like skirt wrap. And I'm using this yarn right here, Eddie Bauer. It is 100% organic cotton, so it's super lightweight, super soft. These are the measurements. I am using a 2.5 millimeter hook. It says to use the 2.7, but you know, that's just what I found to work. Here are all the little labels for you. I got this at Joann's. A moment of silence, everyone, for Joann's. So we're basically going to be making a big giant triangle. I already have made mine here. And it's going to be kind of like a shell mesh little pattern. And I add little beads to the ends all the way around the border. But you're basically going to be making a big giant triangle. And I'll show a picture of what I'm talking about right here. So it's pretty easy to make whatever size you want, because you just continue making rows and the triangle will continue to get bigger and bigger, and then you have the size you desire. Go ahead and start with a slip knot. For those that don't know, I'll do it again for you. I like to wrap it around my 2 fingers. Twist, go through the hole, pull through the string. There are some more in-depth tutorials out there, but that's that. So you're going to want to chain 12. Here is my 12. Then you're going to be doing a treble crochet into the very first stitch here. So yarn over twice, insert your hook into that first stitch, and put your treble crochet. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through again, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Just like this. So now we're going to be doing the second row. We're going to be chaining 11. There's 11. We're going to flip our work over and we're going to insert a single crochet into this opening space right here. Just like this. Now we are going to chain 7. There is my chain 7. And now we're going to do a treble crochet into this same space. So yarn over twice, insert into here, and put your treble crochet. Just like this. So this is basically the pattern for the skirt. You will always start your row by chaining 11. So I'll chain 11 here. And then everything in between, you're going to be doing chains of 7. And then at the very end, you'll do a chain 7 with a treble crochet to finish it off. So I'll show you again. So to start the row, you're going to chain 11. Flip that work, put a single crochet into this spot. Now we're going to do chain 7. Then go into the next spot and put a single crochet. You can already see we're starting to get that pattern. Now we're going to chain 7. And since this is the end of our row, we are going to do a treble crochet into the same spot here. Now we're starting to get our triangle shape. So that's basically what you're going to be doing. And let me show you on the bigger one. It just starts to grow and grow, and it gets wider and longer. So just continue this until you get the desired length you want. Chaining 11, single crochet, chain 7, single crochet, chain 7, single crochet, chain 7, treble crochet. So now here is my finished skirt. I ended up doing 47 rows. That was perfect for me. And to end your skirt, just do a slip stitch. So yarn over and pull through. And then we're going to cut our yarn here. And now it looks something like this. And you're just going to pull this yarn through as so, and just pull it taut like this. Now that we have our skirt completely finished, it's time to move on to the fun part, which is beads. So the beads that I use were actually just gifted to me, so I don't have the store that they were at. They're older beads, but the main thing you need to worry about for your beads is if it fits through your yarn. The opening of the bead needs to be able to fit onto your yarn with ease. So this little hole right here, just make sure that's a good size. And then you can just string them on by hand, or you can add a needle to it to make it a little bit easier. But I just use it by hand. And to figure out what number of beads you need, you're going to be counting your skirt stitches, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So you're going to find the outside of your skirt, which is the V shape, and we're going to count along that edge. And we're going to count basically every treble crochet we see, and in between every treble crochet. So 1, 2, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See how I'm going at every treble crochet and then between every treble crochet. So you're going to do that all the way around until you reach the other side of your skirt here, all the way to here. For me, I ended up having, I wanted to say I did around 124 beads, but I always put extra, so I ended up putting 100 and I think like 70 because I was just paranoid. But I ended up using way less than I needed, so it's always good to have extra just in case. But now we need to attach our yarn back onto our project so we can work the beads into them. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab your skirt here, and we're going to find the very end. So I have my end here, and I'm going to attach my yarn. So there's some few ways you can add your yarn. You can tie it on, which is the easy method, or you can slip stitch it on. So what I'm going to do is in this corner, I'm inserting my hook, and then I'm going to make a slip knot to that yarn with the beads on it. So I'm going to grab my hook here, and I'm going to insert that slip knot onto my hook. Now you're just going to do a slip stitch, so pull through, and now we can start doing the pattern. And the pattern is going to be 3 single crochets, and then our spot for the beads, and then another 3 single crochets. So I'll show you what that looks like. Start with your 3 single crochets. So that is 1, 2, and 3. just like this. We have 3. So now we're going to do the spot where the beads are, and you're just going to chain 2. And on that second one, you're going to pull up your first bead here. So we have 2 chained. Go ahead and pull your first bead up. And you want to push that bead all the way. It's a little tricky. I'm still not really used to it. You want to pull it all the way up to the base of your chain here. Just like this. And then you're going to chain 2. So there's 1 and 2. Now you have your little bead there. Now we are going to do a slip stitch into the very first chain that we made from this chain 4. So insert your hook to that very first chain you did. Insert it like this, yarn over and pull through both of those loops with a slip stitch. Just like this. There you go. You got your little bead on top. And now we're going to do another 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. And now we're just going to repeat the pattern over again by doing another spot for the bead. So this is basically what your pattern is going to look like, with 3 single crochets in between our little bead, just like this. I want to show how to make this section one more time, just because that's probably the most tricky part. So chain 2. So see, we have 2 right here on our hook. And then we're going to move our bead to the base of our little chain, yarn over, pull through, and then chain 1 more. So now we have 4 on our hook, or 4 chains. Then you're going to insert your hook at the very first chain that we made, like so. Yarn over and pull through both, doing a slip stitch. If I can. If you guys have watched my channel, you know I absolutely hate slip stitches, and they are the death of me. And this is me trying again to do a slip stitch. I just really suck at them for some reason. If anyone has tips on those, please comment down below. So once you do your slip stitch, continue with the 3 single crochets right after. Continue doing this pattern all the way around the V shape of your skirt until you've reached the end, and you finish it off the exact same way you finished off the skirt without the beads, by just doing a slip stitch and you cutting off your yarn and pulling it through. So here is my finished skirt with its beads all the way around the end. And so now let me show you guys some close-up shots of me wearing it and how I style it. And here it is on. Super cute. It goes well with a lot of different skirts and like shorts that I have. Also, if you like this shirt that I'm wearing, I have a tutorial for it and I will link it down below. You know, it's super versatile. You can wear it as a shawl, a little top. As always, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have fun crocheting out there.